So our next sample problem basically goes through addition, subtraction type problems for calculating significant figures and multiplication division for determining significant figures. So two just simple kind of calculations and understanding then how to round your final answer to the correct number of significant figures. So first, let me just highlight here that this unit is supposed to be up top here, not down here. So somehow that got moved. But let's take this first problem. This first problem involves both subtraction and division. So order of operations, we need to do our subtraction first. So we need to take 16.3521 and subtract 1.448. So you don't need to do this, but I want to show you here why we end up with the right number of significant figures for this first answer. When we're doing addition or subtraction, the significance has to do with how many digits we have to the right of the decimal point. And so our first value has 4 digits to the right of the decimal point, and our second value only has 3. So when we do a subtraction, even though the answer is 14.9041, this last digit can't be considered in terms of significance because our subtraction is limited by the significance of only 3 digits to the right of the decimal point here. So at the end of the day, this value has 5 significant figures. So our numerator is going to be 14.904, and we're going to keep our units here, centimeters squared, divided by 7.085 centimeters. So again, it was important to do that first calculation first to not only get a value with its unit, but determine how many significant digits we have there. So there's 5 significant digits in our numerator. There's 4 significant digits in our denominator. So we are limited by the number of significant figures in our denominator. Do this math in your calculator, and I would encourage you keep at least one additional significant figure as you write down what your calculator says. So this gives an answer of 2.1036. We know we need to round to 4 significant digits. And what you'll see when I do problems is I'll draw like a little twisty arrow there, and then I'll say 4SF to remind myself that this is the answer that my calculator gave me. I need to round to 4 significant digits, which means 2.104. Units are going to be centimeters squared divided by centimeters, which means we're left with a single centimeter for our final answer. Again, always box your final answer so we know where to find it. Our second problem here basically is just multiplication and division, so we are just limited by the value that has the fewest number of significant digits. There's 3 significant digits in our first answer, or our first value here, 4 significant digits here, and when we have exact numbers, like we have with prefix conversion factors, these have no impact on our significant figures. So basically, we are going to be limited by the fact that we've got 3 significant figures in our answer here. So looking at what our units are going to be that we end up with, right? We've got milligrams here in the numerator. We've got milligrams in the denominator here. So we're going to be left with units of gram per cubic centimeter. Go through and do the math for this. 4.15584, rounding to 3 significant figures, gives me 4.16 grams per cubic centimeter. Now, I would also accept 4.15 grams per cubic centimeter. So also 4.15 grams per cubic centimeter, because when we round here and we look at the digit that's immediately to the right of the last digit that we know we were going to have, 5s are kind of a little bit challenging to think about because it's, do you round up? Do you round down? In all honesty, it doesn't matter to me with the 5s. Between 4.16 and 4.15, that's close enough to the final answer. So again, final answers, we should always box so that we know where to find them.